Ready to get us started, Rodrigo Blankenship. And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now Pickett. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
Pickett now on 1st down. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while, because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A first carry now. This is Williams. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ready, set.
A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside 3rd of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Well, Brent, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To throw again on second down. Pickett. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Pickett. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. In motion comes the tight end left. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. Down at the 27. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. They'll drop to throw. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it. and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw there hauled in by Claypool. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. From the gun on third down, Pickett. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That gain on third down, good for 28.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd and 6. Pickett. Right side, Claypool's got it. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Pickett on 3rd and 1. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Pickett to throw on 1st down. He completes this to Walker. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Pickett. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Trying with Pickett here on 3rd down. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. That he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool from 21 yards away. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A huge play there for Denver. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder, this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
To the air on first down with Pickett. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
On second and 10, Pickett. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. Third and long after the sack. They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Now Pickett on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
Well, you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan? Introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They set a load a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
After the sack on first down, Pickett. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
Walker now at 1st and 10. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Pickett back to throw. Rolling to his left. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Final play of the first half. Here's Pickett. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
They'll send the tight end in motion. A final shot before break. Pickett, he's going to fire one deep left sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And the slot man goes in motion left. Here's the 2nd and 7. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, had his team run the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Jeff Okuda. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And Hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms here going over the middle. Third down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as good running gets him to about the 44. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Pickett. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Looking to throw, Pickett. And he comes back with one complete. And he's brought down. Here's Walker. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Again, Walker. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Kenneth Walker. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Steelers have moved out in front. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Now a give right side. Whitfield. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll try and throw for it here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1st and 10. Here's Pickett. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Steelers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A big play there. 42 yards. And the Steelers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Boswell for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. A great play there. With his 1st career touchdown in his 1st career game. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball. They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Pickett sets up play action. On the move to his left. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Across the formation, he hits Austin. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Dialing up another pass here. Pickett. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 43 yards. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Pickett. The quick slant caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Back to throw. Pickett. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Pat Fryermuth. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, there's Rager. A nice grab. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 32 yards. And the Broncos are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Broncos are right back in this football game. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Steelers force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another try after the first down sack. Pickett, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Steelers tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter. Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. Broncos are going to get the football. Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you got no shot then.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Williams going to get it again on second down. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with third and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on third down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Steelers are close to finishing off this football game. To the air on first down with Pickett. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Chase Claypool, 47 yards. And the Steelers up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.